Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Greenwich Avenue here in Basford. Well, it's FA Trophy first round tie between Basford United and Marine. Apologies, we're just coming to you a couple of minutes late. We did kick off a couple of minutes ago, but hopefully you can hear us loud and clear. We'll give you the two teams for today's game shortly, but Marine on the attack at the minute and they've won a corner down our right-hand side. Looks like Lucas Weir will swing this one in with his left foot. Weir takes now. Low ball into the box, cleared away by the Basford defence. Back to Weir, but he's adjudged offside. And with Tom Wardle here this afternoon, hopefully you can all hear us loud and clear, as I say. What do you make of the prospects for today's game, Tom?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Marine to build on their recent performances in the league with a chance to create a run in the cup. I think another strong lineup named by Neil Young today, and I think Marine will be hoping to prosper on the game today.
Absolutely, it's as you say, Tom, tricky tie here away at a team at a similar level to ourselves, but on a 3G pitch, as we now have, of course, installed at the MTA. We have every chance to make it through to the second round and into the draw, which will be taking place on Monday afternoon. We play the ball down our left on this near touchline, but cleared away once again by the Basford defence. Took it up in midfield now. So Solomon just putting pressure on the Basford midfielder, and it's played all the way back to goalkeeper Kieran Preston. Basford playing all in yellow this afternoon with black trim, and Marine in our away kit all blue. Ball through to Freddie Price. Price 1-on-1 with the keeper, but the keeper's made a great stop. Poor mistake in the Basford defence there to present the chance to Price in the first place. But unfortunately, Young's recent signing denied by a fine stop from Kieran Preston, the experienced Basford keeper. But a golden chance there for us, Tom, to take the lead and inside the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think Price is thrown back into the starting 11 today. I think he'd be thinking, couldn't have asked for a better chance than the one he's just been granted, but good stop in the end by Preston.
It was golden opportunities there for the Mariners to take the lead early on in this game, as Basford play a free kick into the Marine box, but Bailey Parsons off his line to collect. I'll just quickly run through the teams for you this afternoon. Basford having goal Kieran Preston, 2 Brad McGowan, 3 Josh Barnes, 4 Adam Chapman, 5 and captain Dominic Roma, 6 Stern Irvin, 7 Seth Patrick, 8 Oliver Clark, 9 Therese Palmer, 10 Anthony Dwyer, and 11 Ben Starkey. Marine put the ball up on the far side on our right, but dispossessed, and Basford have it back in the midfield now. Played all the way back to Roma at centre back. Played wide now to this near touchline to Ben Starkey. Plays inside and receives the pass back. Basford moving the ball around quite nicely, although on halfway and within their own half currently. Ball back with centre back. Plays all the way back to Preston in goal as the ball at his feet. No pressure from the Marine attackers on this occasion. Preston looks to the far side of the Basford left. Plays a good ball out there. But Freddie Price does well to get his toe in. Try and dispossess the Basford left back. Barnes. Basford storming forward now into the Marine box, and low shot across goal. And just wide of Bailey Parsons' left hand upright. Very quick break there. Price did well initially to try and win possession back for the Mariners, but Basford stormed forward from the left back position. Just into the Marine area. Just trying to see who got that shot away.
I think it was Josh Barnes, the left back, in the end. Made a driving run from the back, and would have thought the blue shirt could have closed him down a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Well struck shot, but a yard or two wide of Bailey Parsons' left hand upright. So scares at both ends in the early running. Just to give you very quickly the Marine team. Starting lineup: Bailey Parsons in goal, Josh Solomon Davis, Sean Smith, Jordan Lussey, 5 Josh Wardle, 6 Johnny Spittle, 7 Lucas Weir, 8 Charlie Doyle, 9 Freddie Price, who had that early chance, of course, 10 Sol Solomon, and 11 leading scorer Aidan Campbell. On the bench today for the Mariners, Luke Clark, subkeeper Germano Mendez, James Barrigan, Alex Doyle, Mo Torre, and Connor Evans. Long ball from Kieran Preston, the Basford keeper, cut out by Sean Smith, who finds Weir. Laid back to Jordan Lucy in midfield for the Blues. Played now into Charlie Doyle. Poor touch from Charlie Doyle, and that goes straight out of play on the far side for a Basford throw. Basford attacking from left to right in this first half. And Tom and I are situated at pitch level, just past the halfway line. As mentioned earlier, Basford have this 3G pitch installed a few years ago. And Marine looks to attack down the left now. Ball towards Solomon. Looks to find Weir just inside, but strong defending from Basford. And it's cleared out towards us on this touchline, and there'll be a throw into the Mariners, which Sean Smith will take. Just level with the edge of the Basford area. A fairly even start from both teams to this game.
Both sides having a good chance to take the lead. Still goalless. It's nice to see both teams playing football on the floor on his nice surface. There's a chance now for Lucy.
Yep, long throw into the box. But that's headed away by Basford. As far as Price on the edge of the area, he finds Lucy, puts it in right-footed towards the back post, looking for Aidan Campbell. That's well headed away by Basford. And they look to burst forward again, but referee's given a free kick in Marine's favour. Halfway inside the Basford half, in a fairly central position. Bit of a shove in the back there, it looked on Charlie Doyle, I think it was. And that'll be a good chance for us to put the ball into a dangerous area in the Basford box. Conditions very calm here this afternoon, quite a rather pleasant late October afternoon, not a breath of wind. Free kicks played in. Headed away once again by the Basford defence. As far as Price, who looks to pick up possession for Marine. On this near side, lays it back to Sean Smith. Back to Price on this near touchline, does well to beat his man. Advance down the left. Looks to put a ball in now on his right foot, but that's blocked. Put behind for a corner. Ball just rebounding off Seth Patrick there, the Basford number 7. Freddie Price, quite a bright start. Aside from that early chance presented to him, Tommy, he's looked quite lively in the first 10 minutes.
Involved in the attacking areas for Marine. Every time he's got the ball, he's looked sharp. And I think Neil Young will appreciate having 7 substitutes today to flex his squad.
Corner played in, but once again, Basford win the header. And it's headed towards halfway and held up well. Josh Davis battling for the ball, gets his foot in, wins possession towards Aidan Campbell, but he's dispossessed by Basford, and it's out for a throw-in on that far side, the Marine right. Level with our commentary position here, just halfway inside the Basford half. Ball in Josh Davis's hands. Davis recently back into the team following injury. Quite timely as Joe Ferguson, of course, an excellent summer acquisition, has missed a few games now with troubling back injury. But good to see Josh back in the side. Ball played towards halfway by Basford, headed away by Jordan Lucy. Bit of head tennis in midfield at the minute. Basford looked to get the ball down. And a long ball forward by Adam Chapman, but straight into the hands of Bailey Passant, who's glad to collect. Basford, as I mentioned earlier, playing at a similar level to ourselves in the Southern League Premier Central Division. Had a rather inconsistent season, but similarly to Marine, not many goals in their game so far, so a tight encounter in prospect this afternoon, one would think. Ball played back to Sean Smith, who looks to whip it in for the Mariners, but that's played a bit too deep towards the far post, and it's with left back Josh Barnes, who clears long for Basford towards halfway. Headed on towards Tyrese Palmer. And the ball play forward now into the Marine box, just on the left-hand side. And it was Anthony Dwyer who just poked the ball towards goal from an acute angle, but Bailey Passant did well just to block with his legs. And the ball is behind for a Basford corner. What Basford have shown us so far, Tom, is that they are quite speedy on the counter-attack, pick the ball up in midfield and quite prepared to drive at the Marine defence.
Yeah, I think also the surface, he's seen the ball a few times with the rain overnight, been skidding along the surface, which might be, the counter-attacks might benefit that kind of play this afternoon.
Well, work corner by Basford, a little back heel initially from the corner, but just overrun. And the ball is behind for a goal kick to Marine, which Bailey Passant will take. Obviously, a few changes to the Marine lineup today. From last week's win over Belper, Lucas Weir coming back into the team. In midfield, but a strong bench again for Marine today. The likes of Barragan, Clark, Alex Doyle, Motore, of course, on his way back from injury, has resumed full training. Hopefully we'll see him back in action very soon. And of course, young Connor Evans on loan, who's put in a good shift in games recently. Also on the bench this afternoon. Passing clears long towards Charlie Doyle in the air, but Basford again strong in the air and win the header. Ball just played out of play on the far side by Basford for a Marine throw-in. 5 or so yards inside the Basford half. Josh Solomon Davis looks down the line for Freddie Price. Price plays it off a Basford defender and it's out for another throw-in. Josh Solomon Davis will take. Do let us know, of course, in the comments in the chat box if A, the sound quality is okay, and B, if you've got any comment to make on today's game, please let us know in the chat box. Always good to hear from you. Palmer heads the ball up rather than forward to a teammate, but Barnes looks to collect possession for Basford and plays it off. And that was Freddie Price, and it's another throw into Basford on the far side, Basford's left.
Does look like a 3-5-2 set up from the home side. So we'll see how that affects the game and if that counters Marine's back four this afternoon.
Yeah, bit of a tactical battle at the minute, but both teams feeling each other out. Hayden Campbell there looking to get involved, but referees have judged the ball to have come off the Marine man. It's a throw into Basford just in front of us on Basford's right. So Irvin will take long, flicked on. Cleared out of play in no-nonsense fashion by Johnny Spittle at the back for Marine. Just a word on our defence this season. Tom, obviously your first season with us, but defence has certainly been a strong point of ours this far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the 8 unbeaten streak coming into today, you have to give a big praise to the back line, especially Wardle and Spittle. They've been consistent members of that defence, and that's given us the opportunity to pick up a few more points than we maybe would have prior.
Yeah, certainly one of the strongest back 4/5s we've had for many seasons. As Basford look to whip a dangerous ball into the back post, which they do, but a glancing header wide. That may have been from Anthony Dwyer, Basford's number 10. Good ball in from the base from right. Dwyer about 12 to 15 yards out. Flicked a header towards goal, but it drifted a good couple of yards wide of Bailey Passant's right-hand post. Passant takes the goal kick long into the Basford half. Good flick on from Charlie Doyle, looking for Sol Solomon. The Jersey man, impressive recent signing, looking to have an impact, of course, in this National Cup competition for the Mariners. Ball put out of play on the far side for a throw-in to Marine. Josh Solomon Davis collects the ball, looks inside for Lucas Weir. Weir does well just to toe the ball square to Sean Smith. Smith looking at his options forward now and plays the ball wide to Campbell on this near side, the left-hand side from Marine. Campbell plays the ball into the box, but once again, Basford head clear, as they have done on a number of occasions in the early exchanges. Ball out to the right for Josh Solomon Davis in the Marine right back position, but he's closed down well by Basford, by Seth Patrick, and the ball out for another Marine throw, which Solomon Davis will take just inside the Basford half. Looks forward now towards Solomon. He's beaten in the air. Won by Adam Chapman in the air for the home side. The referee has adjudged against Basford. Awarded the Mariners a free kick there just on our right hand side. Not quite sure what that was for. Tom looked rather soft, but referee well positioned.
Not too sure myself, but it's another good opportunity for Marine to put some bodies in the box. Basford not the tallest side.
No.
The amount of deliveries we have in games, from if it's a long throw or a corner, you'd hope to be scoring a few more.
Absolutely. Looks like Lucas Weir to swing this one in left-footed, although Solomon Davis runs across just as a decoy. I think it will be Weir just to swing this one in towards the box, which he does now towards Solomon. Gets his head on goal and just wide of the left-hand post. Did well there in the air, Solomon. Good ball in by Weir. Whipped in about 8 yards out. Solomon won his header, and the ball just a couple of feet wide of Kieran Preston's left-hand upright. Great effort by Solomon there, Tom.
Yeah, he did well to get his head on the ball. Just direction there, not at it, but it's positive signs from Solomon. We've seen him ever since he's made the move to Marine that he's got bags of talent. He'll be able to add to his tally once more today.
Yeah, as you say, 3 goals already for the recent signing, and close to a 4th there. Very good ball in to the box by Lucas Weir. Well won by Solomon in the air, but just directed his header just a couple of feet or a yard wide of goal. But certainly a couple of chances at either end in the opening 15 minutes or so. This FA Trophy first round tie. Ball now just in front of us on this left-hand side. A throw into the Mariners, which Sean Smith will take short to Hayden Campbell. Receives it back and plays a nice 1-2 with Campbell now. Sean Smith chips a ball into the Basford box, but again, Basford win the header and out again on this near side for a Marine throw. Smith has ball in hand in towards Campbell, who's allowed to turn. Puts the ball in with his right foot and he's flicked in. And it's a great header by Freddie Price. Almost out of nowhere. Campbell allowed to turn from the throw-in, put the ball into the area with his right foot, drifted the ball in. There was Price running on about 8 yards out from goal, just nipped in ahead of his defender and flicked a header just inside the far left-hand corner. Preston's goal. Preston given no chance with the header by Freddie Price, who gets off the mark for the Mariners, and it is Basford United 0, Marine 1.
Well, you thought he should have scored with that chance in 4 minutes. He's actually given us the lead with a much harder chance. Brilliant header into the far corner, but it's been coming. Campbell's lively on this side.
Yeah, good ball in from Campbell, allowed to turn there by the Basford defence following the throw-in, but put a good ball in, and there was Price, opportunist, looking for his chance, and flicked the ball in with his head to give the Mariners a very welcome 1-0 lead. Basford now, they're on the attack, look to have beaten the offside trap, and Palmer's through, but a good block from Bailey Passant with his legs to deny an immediate equaliser from the home side. Marines defence, as we were praising them earlier, just caught out there. As Basford send a low shot in. Ball not cleared by Marine. Low shot from Basford. Just took a deflection, which took it wide of Bailey Passant's post. And it's now a corner to Basford. Yes, as we applauded in the Marine events earlier, simple ball over the top. Just caught them looking a bit square there. Tyrese Palmer, I think it was onside. And Bailey Passant had to make a good save with his feet to deny the home side an almost immediate equaliser. But they do have a corner on the far side, which will be swung in right-footed now. Good ball in. And the right back there, Brad McGowan, looked to get on the end of it. Just 6 yards out, but unable to connect. Fortunately, from a Marine point of view, the ball falls behind for a goal kick. And it will allow Bailey Passant just to take the sting out of Basford's attempted riposte.
Certainly look a threat when going forward, though, the home side. Marine, we were just talking about their ever so strong defence, and they'll have to be at it once more this afternoon to hold on to this lead.
Pass and clears long from the goal kick. Ball on halfway. Solomon looks to find Price, but misdirects his touch, and the ball is out on the far side for a Basford throw-in. On their left, just level with me, about 15 yards inside the Basford half. Ball in left back Josh Barnes' hands, looking for options. Green pressing well. Basford now come on the attack. Ball inside to Ben Starkey, who looks to fire goalwards, but looks to completely miss his shot there, just outside the Marine box, and rather wastefully towards the trees behind the goal at the far end there, Tom. But again, Basford breaking with plenty of intent, and they're looking to stretch the Marine defence.
Yeah, every time they get the ball in our half, they're looking to break quick, and I think it's the first time you mentioned Ben Starkey's name for Basford. I think he got his opportunity and slashed at it. First time I'm getting an opportunity in this game, but the way they're playing, I'm sure he might get a couple more on this side.
Yeah, completely agree with that assessment, Tom. It's been entertaining the first 20 minutes here at Greenwich Avenue. As pass and clears long is the Basford half, but again, ball out on this near side for a Marine throw. Played quickly, and it looked to be a handball there from Seth Patrick, but Marine not come on the attack, and the low ball there through from Campbell, looking once again to find Freddie Price in opportunist mode. Made a good run into the box there, Freddie Price, but the ball from Campbell just had a yard too much weight on it, and through to Kieran Preston, who clears long for the home side now. Towards the, deep into the Marine half, towards the corner flag. Basford now play the ball back inside. Patient play. Back to Stern Irvin. He finds centre-back partner Brad McGowan, and the ball all the way over to the far side. Patient approach, but Basford under good pressing from the Marine midfield, and strikers have to go all the way back to Preston. He plays forward now. Ball high in the air. Jordan Lussey beaten in the air, and Josh Wardle looks to clear the ball under pressure from Tyrese Palmer. He did get a block in, but the ball ran through safely to Bailey Passant, who was able to collect.
He's made a good start, hasn't he, Freddie Price? Not only collecting his first Marine goal, but some of the runs he's making coming in from that right-hand side. Certainly threatening the back three of Basford.
Yep. Price, a recent acquisition. Played a number of games and was involved with Crew's first team in the EFL last season. Released by the Gresty Roadside in the summer. He's now joined the Mariners. And off the mark today with his first goal for the club. Basford look to play into the Marine half. As Palmer holds the ball up well under pressure from Wardle. In fact, it was Anthony Dwyer there. Wardle judged to just have grabbed the Basford man's shirt, and a free kick awarded by referee Brown. Just halfway inside the Marine half and taken short. Back to Chapman. He looks to play the ball into the back post. Does so to Basford men. Oliver Clark was one of them, jumping for a header, but ball sailed over both of their heads and harmlessly out on the far side.
I think they just got in each other's way there, the two Basford players, both jumping for the ball, 3 headers. I think it might have run all the way up for a throw-in on that far side.
Yep, looks to be a throw, Tom. Right next to the corner flag. And Josh Solomon Davis will look to throw this long down the line. Does so now, headed away by Basford. Up towards Dwyer. And again, Dwyer adjudged to have been fouled by Josh Wardle. They're both having a battle. in this first half. But the referee has found in the Basford man's favour. And it's actually quite a dangerous position, this one, Tom. It looks to be about 5 yards or so outside the marine area, just left of centre.
Yeah, he's certainly not been afraid to use his whistle in this opening 25 minutes, the referee. We've seen another soft foul given in a, like you say, a good area. 3 Basford players around the ball. Got a chance to shoot it.
Yep. Referee just lining up the marine wall. You'll march them back just inside the marine box. So as I say, the free kick to be taken probably 22 or so yards out of Bailey Passant's net. And it looks like Anthony Dwyer may be favourite right-footed with this one, although home side left-back Josh Barnes runs over. Dwyer strikes at goal. Passant flinging himself to his right to make a good parry. Reasonably comfortable for Passant, who was well positioned initially, but made sure to parry the ball behind for a Basford corner. But certainly a shot on target there from Basford from the free kick as they look to pinch this equaliser. Corner flicked in, and it actually flicked off the head of Hayden Campbell, I think it was, at the near post. But beyond the far post and out for a corner now to Basford on this near side, their right. Good ball whipped in there from the initial corner on the left. As I say, just flicked off the head of Campbell. Dangerous for a moment, but safely behind. And now a corner on the Basford right. To have this aerial threat, Basford. Played in now. Passant looks to come, but changes his mind. Ball flicks off the head of Basford's number 8, Oliver Clark, towards the far side, and Sol Solomon as well. In fact, it's Hayden Campbell doing initially well to dispossess Basford, but the referee, as a judge at the ricochet, which fell behind the goal line, came off the marine man, and another corner in quick succession to the home side. Yep. On the left, Tom.
Living life on the edge of marine. Just trying to see off this wave of corners as he comes short.
Played short. Shot coming in this time from Seth Patrick, who tried his luck from a good 25 or so yards out, right-footed. But Bailey Passant able to watch that one drift harmlessly wide of his left-hand post.
Well, they haven't let that early goal affect them, Basford. They've stuck at the game plan and they've really threatened Bailey Passant. He's had to make a number of decent stops in between the sticks.
Yeah, I'd say a fairly entertaining contest thus far. If you just joined us, it is Basford United 0, Marine 1. Freddie Price with the goal. After 14 minutes or so. Ball now on the edge of the Marine box as Basford look to strike back. It's Ben Starkey with a left-footed shot blocked at source. Played now, left-footed towards the back post. Looked like Oliver Clark coming in for the home side. Had a great chance, but he lost his footing just at the vital moment. And Marine able to clear Freddie Price's goal in the 19th minute, separating the sides here at Greenwich Avenue. Bit of a let-off there for the Mariners, though. Basford have put some good balls in from wide positions thus far. Clark just on that occasion losing his footing at the wrong moment from the home side's point of view. Mariners able to clear. Josh Solomon Davis now plays towards Price down the right-hand side. Price chasing the ball down into the corner. Putting the Basford defence under pressure, but it's well shepherded out by the home side's captain, Dominic Roma, experienced centre-back. And behind for a goal kick, which Kieran Preston will take. Away to our left. Healthy number of Marine fans with us here today, Tom. I believe we brought 70 or so on the supporters coach and various others under in steam.
Yeah, it's great
Probably
support.
making up a good quarter or so of the attendance, I would think, at least.
Absolutely. We've heard a number of times to our left behind the goal. Marina attacking, and it's brilliant support again. Just about got here before kick-off, following a bit of disruptancy on the motorways.
Yeah, not the easiest journey for either team coach or supporters coach on the way up today. due to accidents on the M6 on our way down to Basford, which is just a couple of miles outside of Nottingham to the north of the city centre. Ball now just inside the Basford half, and a free kick to Marine, which Sean Smith will look to play forward again to the edge of the Basford box. So left-footed now. Looks towards Josh Wardle. Wardle battling with Brad McGowan. Look to be 6 of 1, as they say. And the referee, once again, finding the home side's favour. Tom, but bit of a soft free kick.
Yeah, like I say, he's given a few free kicks to the referee. I mean, I was going to say he's not taking it where the foul was, but do you think from the set pieces should be troubling the goal a bit more with Wardle and Spittle in there? Not to be that time though.
Yep, just Josh Wardle up from centre back there, just with the 1 goal this season. Scored at Stafford. Marine, of course, on this excellent run of 8 games unbeaten, heading into today's tie. Basford, slightly inconsistent. Haven't won in league and cup in 3 games. But certainly a very even contest so far, only separated the sides by Freddie Price's header on 19 minutes. As the referee once again has blown up now for looked like a head injury. Sean Smith just struggling to his feet there. 15 yards inside the Marine half as the ball was played forward. Smith just taking a knock, just taking a second to compose himself. Back on his feet now. Looks like the referee lured a drop ball just inside the Marine half. And Basford play it forward, but the ball runs all the way through to Bailey Passant. No threat on that occasion from the home side, all in yellow this afternoon. Marine all in their away kit of blue. And the Mariners a goal to the good. Once again, good to have you with us this afternoon. Do let us have your comments in the chat box as the game progresses. Lucas Weir now does well to head forward. Looks to receive the ball back from Hayden Campbell in the Basford half, but it's misdirected by Campbell on that occasion. Of course, our leading scorer this season. And the ball's out now, just along from our commentary position on the Basford right for a throw into the home side. Sternhaven has ball in hand, played inside now towards Oliver Clark. In fact, Anthony Dwyer, no, Tyrese Palmer, the Basford striker on that occasion, looked to be being felled by the Marine defence, and I think that's the 3rd. This isn't against Josh Wardle in as many minutes. Just need to be slightly careful here, Wardle. Not to incur the referee's wrath. Quick free kick played in by Basford towards the far post, but once again, Oliver Clark looking to attack, but I think it was Charlie Doyle there doing well to shepherd the Basford midfielder off the ball, and the ball dropping out for a throw-in on the Marine right. Another strange decision there. Ball looked to have gone straight out from the free kick, played by Basford, but the referees awarded a throw into the home side. A strange decision. However, the home side looked to come on the attack. Ball laid back now as Marine press and look to avert the danger. Ball's with Captain Dominic Roma for the home side. Plays it out to the far side, the Basford left. Jordan Lussey putting the home side under pressure. The ball played inside towards Dwyer. Holds off Johnny Spittle, who's challenging well. And forces the Basford man to go backwards into his own half, and the ball all the way back to Kieran Preston. And ball played long. Josh Wardle wins his header well against Palmer in the air on that occasion. But, strange decision a couple of moments ago, Tom. Free kick played out, looked to have gone out straight out for a throw-in. The referee giving the throw-in to the home side.
Definite one, but really done really well in these last 20 minutes or so. Under a lot of pressure, a lot of balls coming into the box, and I think they're defending well as they have done all season. Wardle especially keeping tabs on Tyrese Palmer.
Yep, good battle at the heart of the Marine defence. The Basford forward line early on. Between Wardle and Palmer and Spittle and Anthony Dwyer. Marine holding firm thus far. As the ball's played back by Basford to Kieran Preston. Looks down this right-hand side. Neat touch to control by Basford's 11, Ben Starkey. But Campbell again, good pressing. And the ball out for a Basford throw-in. Just on halfway on the near side, Basford right. Pull and steer in Irvin's hands. He looks down the line. Wardle once again wins the header. Deflected into the Marine area and held up well by Anthony Dwyer. Spittle tries to clear, but deflected by a Basford man. But now Sean Smith is able to tidy up and hoof the ball long into the Basford half and away for a throw-in on that far side. To once again clear our lines. Defending well thus far. Basford have had a couple of moments. Passant's been called into action to make a couple of decent blocks, particularly with his feet. As Basford look particularly effective and breaking forward quickly from deep. It remains Basford United 0, Marine 1. I'd say the home side probably just having the better of things in the last 10-15 minutes. Tom, following the goal.
Yeah, just struggling to get a hold of possession here, Marine. It's been all yellow shirts around the ball and come forward again.
Yeah, good turn there from Dwyer, just on the edge of the Marine box. Looks for support, held up by Johnny Spittle, and Dwyer plays back towards Adam Chapman, just inside the Basford half. Now Basford attack down the right. Campbell beaten, and then towards Dwyer now. Shot blocked well by Sean Smith at close quarters, and Marine able to clear. Anthony Dwyer, the Basford striker, just catching. Just trying to see who that was. I think it may have been Lucas Weir, as Weir looked to clear his lines. Actually in the left back slot. Did well there. Young midfielder. And decide a free kick, which Bailey Passant will take. Ball's 10 yards in from touchline and goal line in the Marine left back slot. Bailey Passant will look to clear this into the Marine half, into the Basford half, sorry. As we're short of 10 minutes short of the interval. It remains Basford United 0, Marine 1. Ball out on this near side. Touchline now for another throw into Basford. Stern Irvin will take. Inside, hook forward by Clark. Towards Dwyer. Now Palmer picks it up. Caught by Spittle it looked like, but the ball played out nonetheless to Josh Barnes. On the left for the home side. Looks to take on Josh Solomon Davis, but Josh does well just to block the ball out for a throw-in. Once again, Basford looking to break quickly. But Marine holding firm. Basford now have the ball on the left, played in right-footed. Well headed away by the well-positioned Charlie Doyle. Now back in the Basford right back slot. Ball played in, deep to the far post. But Bailey Passant as well, right under that one. Despite a challenge in front of him. Kept his eye on the ball and collected well for the Mariners. Just 5 minutes before half-time. Tom will be looking to get in, protecting this 1-goal lead.
Yeah, I think they'll just carry on the next 5 minutes as they have done for the whole 40. I think they've defended well, limited amount of chances for the home side. Look to possibly hold the ball a little bit better in the second 45.
Yeah, would agree with that. We certainly first 10-15 minutes we seem to have a decent amount of possession and foothold on the game, but Basford have certainly come into their own. Home side share of possession for the remainder of the half as they look to play a decent ball into the box once again. Johnny Spittle heads clear, flicked on by Jordan Lussey. But back to Basford left back Josh Barnes, just on the edge of the Marine box. Look to play it neatly through, and the shooting opportunity came to Anthony Dwyer, was it? Yeah, it was Tyrese Palmer on that occasion. Looked to turn and hit a shot from the edge of the Marine box, right-footed, but screwed it well wide of Bailey Passant's left-hand post. Much to our relief,
just like that finishing touch at times, haven't they? Basford, they've got in good areas, put some good deliveries in. Just haven't got the final touch that Freddie Price produced after 20 minutes, which is a difference here.
Yeah, not a lot between the two teams, to be fair, in terms of quality. Both at similar levels. The Mariners up to fifth now in a very tight NPL Premier. Basford sitting 8th in the Southern Premier Central. And there's not a lot between the two teams in this first half showing. Sean Smith looks to play forward towards Hayden Campbell, but he's caught around the ankle there by Seth Patrick, who does now matters by tumbling over the Marine striker. Hayden Campbell, of course, leading school with 8 goals this season. Not an out striker, Campbell, but has certainly led the way in terms of goals with a very healthy return of 8 thus far. A free kick to Marine, level with our position. Halfway inside the Basford half, which Freddie Price will take right footed towards the penalty spot. Flicked on well in the air by Sol Solomon towards goal, but easily collected by Kieran Preston. And long ball now, looks to catch the Marine defence out. Josh Solomon Davis misjudged the bounce there, and it certainly was handball by Solomon Davis about halfway inside the Marine half. Basford players clamouring for some kind of action to be taken by the referee. Whether he was denying the goal scoring opportunity as Basford players ran on, debatable, but it certainly was handball by the Marine.
It certainly was handball, and it certainly would have been a great chance for the home side on the counter-attack. They look strong. Still yellow shirts surrounding the referee, which isn't what you particularly want to see. I'm intrigued what decision the referee will come to. I think it might just be the yellow card.
Yeah, referee Brown just calling Josh Solomon Davis over. Again, whether it would have presented a clear goal scoring opportunity is debatable, with the ball still a good 10 yards outside the edge of the Marine box. But clear handball by Josh Solomon Davis from a long punt downfield by Kieran Preston, the Basford keeper. And it does look to be just a yellow card for the Marine right back. First yellow card of the afternoon.
Would have been a harsh red card, wouldn't it? On the basis of things, Marine still had men back. I think the referee's come to the right decision there.
Yeah, we look to have players in covering position in Ward and Spittle in the centre. But Josh just caught out by a quick long punt downfield there from Preston and an awkward bounce. And a free kick now played in by Barnes, the base left back, flicked on towards goal. Ahead of Adam Chapman, but towards a well-positioned Bailey Passant, who was able to collect fairly comfortably. So we're just a couple of minutes away from the interval now. Basford United 0, Marine 1. Solomon looks to feed Campbell. Campbell's no strike into the left-hand corner of the goal, the bottom left corner of the goal. And once again, almost out of nowhere. A great finish from Hayden Campbell, picking this spot into the bottom left-hand corner. Lovely little touch from Sol Solomon there with the assist. And Campbell right-footed from just outside the Basford box, about 20 yards out. Fired low, caught Kieran Preston flat-footed with a finish low to his right. And it is Basford United 0, Marine 2.
Oh, it was a bit out of the blue, that goal, wasn't it? Goalkeeper not even challenging for the ball, but great strike by Campbell once more. He's been clinical all season and he's showed his abilities there once again.
Absolutely, Tom. Campbell there, making that his 9th of the season. An instinctive finish from just outside the edge of the box. Right-footed. Caught Kieran Preston, the experienced Basford keeper, flat-footed. Well-placed shot. Lovely layoff from Sol Solomon in towards Campbell, and his first-time effort did the trick to double our lead just as we head in towards half-time. Basford looking to counter and use the arrears before the break, but long ball forward once again, easily collected by Bailey Passant away to our right. And it's certainly in terms of scoreline, if not in terms of dominance of the game, couldn't have asked for more to be 2 goals ahead as we head towards half-time. Charlie Doyle does well in midfield. Looks to slip a ball through towards Freddie Price, but cut out by the Basford defence. And they clear long from the left-back slot. Headed away by Johnny Spittle. Anthony Dwyer looks to collect for Basford. Lays it back. The ball now on halfway. Dominic Roma. He looks to spray the ball out to this right-hand side. Finds Starkey on the right-hand touchline. Faces up with Sean Smith. Smith held him up well. And play back to Basford's Irwin. Looks inside, but easy for Josh Wool. Just launched that one forward. For Solomon to chase inside the Basford half. Excuse me. But Brad McGowan tidies up for the home side, heading back to Preston. Another long ball forward early from the Basford keeper, but wastefully. As the referee does indeed blow his half-time whistle. Basford United 0, Marine 2. Freddie Price with the first for the Mariners after 19 minutes. And then just shortly before the break, Hayden Campbell doubling our advantage with a low shot from just outside the box. But Tom really couldn't ask for better at this stage.
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty even half, if we're going to be brutally honest. I think Basford have had their chances in front of goal. But at the end of the day, Marine have taken two of theirs. Campbell with a great strike and Price with a great header. They give us a 2-0 lead at the break, and you'd hope that'll be enough to take us into the next round on the back of our solid defensive displays in the last few weeks. I think the manager will be delighted with what he's seen in that first 45 minutes.
Absolutely, Tom. Great position for us to be in at half-time here at Greenwich Avenue in this FA Trophy first round tie. It is Basford United 0, Marine 2. Thanks for joining us, and do join us again in 10 or 12 minutes. We'll be back for the second half of today's game. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our live coverage here from Greenwich Avenue in Basford. Half-time score: Basford United 0, Marine 2. In this Isuzu FA Trophy first round tie. Fantastic scoreline for the Mariners heading into half-time. Probably been not the second best in terms of chances, in terms of taking chances, of course, but home side certainly had their share of the game in that first half, created chances of their own, and Mariners ahead thanks to Freddie Price's excellent 19th minute header, and possibly a vital second just on the stroke of half-time, minute or so before half-time, from Hayden Campbell, opportunist strike, low into the bottom corner, and alongside Tom Wardle. Tom, couldn't have gone better in terms of the scoreline at half-time for us.
No, I think it's a bit of a different one from Marine in this game. Usually we have a lot of chances and a lot of the play without scoring. But today it's been the opposite. We've struggled to get a real hold of possession. We've had 2 chances and buried them both. Great finishes from both Price and Campbell. And at the end of the day, the scoreline is what we need in this competition.
Absolutely. Good chance now for us to progress into the hat for Monday's draw for the second round. And we're underway in the second half. Mariners all in blue this afternoon, attacking from left to right in this second half. We're sat just 10 yards or so inside inside the half we'll be defending this second period. Kicking from left to right, Basford all in yellow, attacking from right to left in this second half. And it's their goalkeeper, Kieran Preston, with a long free kick on the centre of the pitch. Josh Wardle clears from the Mariners and hooked on by Hayden Campbell. But Basford pick up possession out towards his near touchline with left back Josh Barnes. Had a good first half for the home side, particularly going forward. Cleared forward well by Charlie Doyle. Back into the Basford half. No substitutions that I can see at half time, and I'll give you the starting lineups in case you missed them shortly. As Sean Smith clears out on that far left-hand side for the Mariners for a throw-in to Basford, level with the edge of the Marine penalty area. 2 balls on the pitch currently on this 3G service here at Greenwich Avenue, just outside Nottingham. Basford pick up possession now in midfield. Played in towards the edge of the box, towards Oliver Clark. Just struggles to regain possession, but does so. But then Basford wastefully play a ball straight to Hayden Campbell, who's able to clear towards Sol Solomon inside the Basford half. Solomon beaten by his man, Brad McGowan. And the ball all the way back to Kieran Preston in the home goal. Out towards this near touchline, Josh Barnes. Lays it back to home skipper Dominic Roma. Plays across to McGowan and all the way out to that far side square. To Adam Chapman. Basford working the ball well across their back line, but it's all square passes at the moment inside their own half. Once again, McGowan now, with the ball at his feet, plays forward down the right. Headed on by Starkey, but Johnny Spittle's well positioned to clear for the Mariners. Ball on halfway. Charlie Doyle and Hayden Campbell pressing well. Ball played back towards Preston as Campbell closed down, but Preston able to clear deep into the Marine half. Charlie Doyle beaten in the air initially, but does well on the second occasion. And the Mariners have the ball at Jordan Lussey's feet. Rolls the ball out wide to Josh Solomon Davis. Josh looks forward, plays into Hayden Campbell's feet, but Hayden Campbell adding his 9th shortly before the break this afternoon. His 9th goal of the season is judged offside on that occasion.
It's been a similar start to how the first half panned out. Basford with a lot of the ball in their own half, felt really troubling that Marine back four.
Hook clear well by Jordan Lussey. Once again into the Basford half. Dominic Roma allows that one to roll out for a throw-in to his side. All the way back to Kieran Preston now. Preston clears left-footed on this occasion towards halfway. Josh Solomon Davis wins the initial header. But the ball now with Oliver Clark in the Basford midfield. Finds Stern Irvin on that far side. And well cut out there by Sean Smith on halfway for the Mariners. Ball at Sol Solomon's feet. Solomon to Lucas Weir. Weir back to Smith. Smith steps inside. Now plays to Solomon. Nice triangular passing from the Mariners. Ball back out to Weir. And once again inside to Solomon. Plays into Freddie Price's feet. Price holds the ball up well. Finds Sean Smith on that far touchline. Smith comes all the way back to Weir. Weir plays forward. Nice pass into Solomon, into Hayden Campbell's feet, excuse me. But the Mariners keeping possession well now. And towards Jordan Lussey, who clips the ball into the Marine box. But not sure that was the right idea anyway. Linesman had his flag up for offside. But in any case, the referee waved play on with Basford in possession. Ball out to this left touchline, but the home striker, Anthony Dwyer, who had an impressive first half alongside Tyrese Palmer up front for Basford, just unable to control on that occasion. But certainly in the first half, Tom Palmer and Brown, as I say, up front for the home side, certainly gave Spittle and Wardle in the Marine defence possibly their toughest test of the season thus far.
Yeah, that shows the level of the teams in this area. See, like you say, giving both centre-backs troubles, but Wardle and Spittle have defended brilliantly like they have done all season. It's a little bit more like it from Marine. We just show the spell of possession, just get the ball down and playing like we know they can.
Absolutely. As I say, in a good position at the minute. The tie, just to remind everyone, will be decided today. If it was to finish level after 90 minutes, the tie will be settled on penalties. No replays in this season's FA Trophy. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Mariners 2 goals to the good. Looking to progress to the second round of the season's competition. Basford, of course, look to have a say in that. The home side have possession currently. Once again, square passes along their back line and now launch forward deep. Johnny Spittle looks to cut the ball out, does so. Plays the ball out on this near side for a Basford throw. Pressured by Tyrese Palmer. Putting in a good shift to the home side. Palmer denied in that first half by a good block by Bailey Passant with his legs as Palmer towed the ball towards goal. Passant called into action on a couple of occasions. Basford now steal into the Marine box on the left. Ball headed clear as far as Oliver Clark. His shot on that occasion, low shot blocked. I think it was by Passant. He was well positioned. Ball travelling through a number of legs in the penalty area. Passant on his mettle once again there to deny Basford midfielder. And really able to clear into the Basford half. The ball all the way back to keeper Kieran Preston, all in grey. Looks down the right hand side for the home side. Good ball as well. Hooked in from the right. But half blocked by Josh Wardle. Tidied up, cleared away by Sean Smith. Towards Solomon on the left. Solomon just unable to control on that occasion. The ball out for a throw-in to Basford.
Looks like Connor Evans could be the first man to be introduced here. Just getting a few instructions from Neil Young.
Yep, early change it looks like for the Mariners in this second half. As you say, Tom, Evans just receiving final instructions. It's actually just holding on for this substitution as Josh Wardle looks to have gone down holding his right thigh. It looks like from our position. So we may just hold off on this substitution while Josh Wardle's fitness is assessed. But the board does indeed go up. And Evans looks to be coming on for Hayden Campbell, is it?
Yeah, it looks to be Campbell, doesn't it? Coming off on that far side.
Yep, Campbell. I did actually notice just towards the end of the half, as he was coming off the pitch, Tommy did look to be moving slightly more awkwardly than usual, whether he'd suffered a pull or a niggle, perhaps in scoring that second goal, as we said, just towards the end of the first half, sorry. And Campbell is now withdrawn. Connor Evans young lone striker comes on.
I think Evans also will give you those legs needed in these final stages as we approach the final stages of the second half, especially as a home side, keep the ball well along the back line.
Yep, Evans has done well in his loan spell. Certainly puts a good shift in and plenty of running and energy, chasing the opposition defence down. Hasn't managed to grab a goal yet, but may come later in this game. One hopes, as Lucas Weir delivers a ball into the Basford box. Johnny Spittle wins his header under pressure from Brad McGowan, but the ball sails high and drops behind the goal away to our right for a goal kick to the home side. Just to give you that Marine team, the starting lineup was Bailey Passon, Josh Solomon Davis, 3 Sean Smith, 4 Jordan Lucy, 5 and captain Josh Wardle, 6 Johnny Spittle, 7 Lucas Weir, 8 Charlie Doyle, 9 Freddie Price, 10 Sol Solomon, 11 Hayden Campbell, now replaced by Connor Evans. Ball halfway inside the Marine half, and Sol Solomon looks to have been caught there by the home side. A few disgruntled moans from the home support on that far side of the ground.
I think the referee tried to play the Marine advantage there. It came to nothing and just upset the home dugout a little bit there, but clear clip on the heels of Solomon. He's done well in this game.
Solomon just back to his feet now and trotting up towards the halfway line. And the ball is just in line with our commentary position here. 15 yards inside the Basford half. Inside the Marine half, sorry, as Bailey Passon clears long down that left side. Looks towards Connor Evans. It was the first touch, but the ball flicks off the young Marine striker and out for a throw-in to Basford in their right-back position. Long down the line, flicked on by Palmer. Johnny Spittle across the cover and plays the ball all the way back to Bailey Passon. He clears first time, not his greatest clearance, slightly sliced. Freddie Price looks to flick on towards Connor Evans. The ball forced to Lucas Weir's feet in midfield. Plays the ball, but just behind the advancing Sol Solomon and out for a throw into Basford on their right-hand side. Once again, Marine fans away to our right behind the goal to make themselves heard. Healthy following for the Mariners this afternoon here in Nottinghamshire, as the home side rewarded a free kick now midway inside our half, just towards that far touchline, about 5 yards or so in from the touchline, and Josh Wardle picks up a yellow card from referee Brown, and I would imagine that's as much for persistent infringement. Having a good battle, Wardle, in that first half with strikers Palmer and Dwyer for the home side, and Wardle now finds his way into the referee's notebook. And the chance now for the home side just to swing this one in from that far touchline. It's to be swung in left-footed in towards the Marine area. Free kick played in now. Aerially, Wardle does well to win the initial header out towards Oliver Clark. Johnny Spittle putting the Basford midfielder under pressure. Clark still has possession. Looks to turn Spittle towards the byline, just in front of the corner flag. Plays inside now to Dwyer, who also looks square. Towards Seth Patrick. Patrick turns Connor Evans. The ball played in from the Basford left now. Headed away initially by Wardle, and then a good header from Charlie Doyle. But Basford still have possession. And now, step inside through Ben Starkey, plays a low-driven ball into the box, half cleared. Low strike from the edge of the Basford box, blocked by Bailey Passon, but in any event, the linesman's or the assistant referee's flag up for offside. The threat was averted. Johnny Spittle just down on his haunches. But once again, patient approach from the home side there, playing the ball square through Clark to the edge of the box, and a low strike from Starkey, causing some issues. The Heartland Marine defence. But as I say, in any event, the linesman's flag went up from that initial strike, and an indirect free kick, which Bailey Passon now clears into the Basford half. Connor Evans battling with his home skipper Roma. Ball forced to Lucas Weir. Weir finds Solomon. Solomon, neat ball into Connor Evans' path on that far side of the Basford box. On his left foot, lays it back to Lucas Weir. Keeps possession for the Mariners deep in the Basford half. Lays it back now to Sean Smith at left back slot. Smith's challenge and the ball out for a throw in. We're just doing well to avert any danger on the home side at the minute. Tom, as Basford look to make a substitution.
Yeah, it looks like a double change, in fact, for the home side.
Yep. Looks like Oliver Clark to be replaced. For the home side, had a good game in midfield, I think, Clark. And he's replaced alongside number 7, Seth Patrick, in a double change for the Homesters. They're replaced by number 14, Luther Minakandata. And I believe it is the Burley veteran striker Greg Smith, number 19 for the home side, who's also made his way onto the pitch as Josh Solomon Davis takes a pot shot out of the blue, 25 or maybe even 30 yards. Ball dipping, Kieran Preston, the home goal, looked to leave it. The ball crashed back off the top of the crossbar from Solomon Davis' strike and bounced away and out for a throw-in on the far side. Great strike there from Josh Solomon Davis, Tom, out of the blue.
Still seeking his first of the season. Does offer a great deal going forward, Solomon Davis.
He has a cracking strike, and as I say, Kieran Preston, the experienced keeper in the home goal, just seemed to wave that one away. Similar fashion to Joe Hart in the Spurs Cup game, when Neil Kenji took that famous strike. But the ball dipped there from Solomon Davis and off the top of the bar, and close to a Marine third. Basford able to clear, and they've won themselves a corner on the far side. Swung in, left-footed now, but well headed away by Connor Evans, doing his defensive work there for the Mariners. Basford look to recycle the ball out to this left and do so. Ball's at Anthony Dwyer's feet. He'll look to take on or possibly put a cross into the far post. Header there, wide of goal. Reasonable chance, it has to be said, on the corner of the 6-yard box. Looked to be the home skipper Dominic Roma there with the headed chance. Good ball in from the right from Anthony Dwyer. And once again, Marine defence, as we did a couple of times, to be fair, in the first half, from ball swung in from wide positions. Tom was just losing our man. But fortunately on that occasion, the header went wide.
I think it's also about stopping that cross. We know what they want to do, Basford, when they get the ball out wide. They've brought on Smith, who's going to be a menace in the box. She's a bit tighter with the men when the ball is on the wing.
Yeah, Basford looking to bring themselves back into this tie. It's still, for those of you just joining us, Basford United 0, Marine 2. Freddie Price and Hayden Campbell with the first half goals for the Mariners. Campbell now having been replaced up front by Connor Evans. The ball is on the far touchline in Sean Smith's hands for a throw-in. Smith throws forward. High boot, it looked like, from Adam Chapman, I think it was on that occasion. Just caught Sol Solomon on a free kick to the Mariners. Midway inside our half. Bailey Passant will come out with his area to take this one. Launches the ball forward now down the left touchline, but very much overhit. A good 20 yards or so. Didn't give substitute Connor Evans much chance to chase that one down. Bailey Passant. And the ball away for a goal kick away to our right. Basford play out from the back through Preston and Roma, and then Chapman sends a long ball forward, looking to stretch Wardle and Spitler back from Marine again. Wardle heads away, and Sean Smith looks to put Anthony Dwyer under pressure. Good turn from Dwyer, and he's nudged off the ball by Solomon, but judged to be unfairly by referee Brown. A free kick to Basford once again in front, in line with our commentary position, midway inside the Marine half. A good chance again for Basford to put a good ball into our box, Tom.
Yeah, put a few good deliveries in this second half.
Ball played in now towards the back post. Good header by Josh Wardle away. And Lucas Weir can carry the ball forward now down our right. Weir steps inside, looks to play diagonally towards Josh Solomon Davis. Weir and Solomon Davis swapping roles there momentarily. But Solomon Davis is adjudged offside on that far side of the pitch. And will retreat back into his right back position. Swapping places with Lucas Weir.
You have to say, though, how well of that Marine defence defended from those set pieces throughout the game.
And it's only a goal back for the home side. Just as we were talking there, Tom, a long ball aerial. He played to the edge of the Marine box. We didn't clear our lines initially. Ball fell for veteran striker Greg Smith and the Burley front man, much as Hayden Campbell did in the first half with that opportunist strike. Put a right-footed strike, low pass Bailey passing to his right into the bottom corner. Reduces the home side's arrears, and it is Basford United 1, Marine 2.
I was just thinking the last thing you want in a game like this is to give the home side a bit of belief when they've struggled in front of goal, and a bit of a tame strike in the end has found the bottom corner. And, well, look to build on that now with this attack.
Yeah, Basford coming forward once again on their right-hand side now. Palmer just trying to jink his way into the Marine box, stood up by Johnny Spittle. Ball played low across, but Bailey Passant's well positioned just to cut that out at the near post and just take the sting out of proceedings for the moment. Yep, disappointing to concede there in very, very similar fashion. As I say, Smith took his goal there to Hayden Campbell, striking the first half. Ball fell to the experienced striker, being around the block, Greg Smith, a number of Midlands clubs, Grantham, Stamford, to name a couple. But he finished well. Not the cleanest of strikes, but caught Bailey Passant flat-footed, as Kieran Preston had been in the first half by Hayden Campbell's shot, to reduce the home side's arrears and half their deficit. It is Basford United 1, Marine 2.
Charlie!
20 minutes elapsed in this second half. Greg Smith certainly looks to have provided a fresh challenge for Marine defence, and the portly striker has been flattened on that occasion.
It certainly made a difference coming onto the pitch. Greg Smith showed his experience. Put aside another free kick here.
It looks like Charlie Doyle just being called over by referee Brown.
Well done, Greg. Well done, mate.
Just look to...
So, mate. So.
He's actually, looks like he's booking one from each side here. The referee, he's booked for home side's Adam Chapman there, presumably for something he said following the challenge by Charlie Doyle on Smith. And now Charlie Doyle will also enter the referee's notebook. Yellow for Charlie Doyle and for the home side's Chapman. A free kick to Basford, all in yellow. 10 yards inside the Marine half, just towards this near touchline where our commentary position is situated. It'll be Josh Barnes to put this once again in early towards the edge of the Marine box, left-footed. Which he does so now. Good ball in. Flicked towards Smith, who wasn't able to capitalise on that occasion. Alvey just scored for a second, but Basford still have the ball. Good block by Lucas Weir to deny Adam Chapman's attempted cross from the right. And it will now be a throw into Basford and a chance for James Barragan to enter the action for the Mariners. Barragan just about to take his place, and it looks like Sean Smith possibly trudging off on that far side in what will be a like-for-like swap at left back. And it is Smith leaving the pitch, and Barragan will enter for Marine's second substitution. What do you make of that change, Tom?
Must be a knock to Sean Smith. You'd be surprised if that was a tactical change. Barragan coming on in that left back role. We've seen him play there before. You know what he's going to give you.
Yep. Barrigan, all energy and all action. It's locked into left back for Sean Smith as Basford look to attack down the right hand side. Ball played low across the box, but the ball had in fact already escaped and rolled behind the byline for a goal kick to Marine. If you just joined us, it is Basford United 1, Marine 2. We're here just a couple of miles outside Nottingham. Mariners taking a 2-goal lead into half-time through Freddie Price and Hayden Campbell. But substitute Greg Smith has reduced the arrears for United within just a few minutes of coming on as a substitute in the second half. And all to play for now. Connor Evans flicks on aerially. Ball back to Connor Lussier. Heads forward from halfway. Finds Lucas Weir. Weir advances onto his left foot. Shot deflected. Low into the Basford box, but the home side are able to clear away down their right. The ball played forward to Dwyer on halfway. Nice touch again from Dwyer. Basford's stellar performance so far this afternoon. Chapman plays forward for the home side into the feet of Smith. Smith holds up Wardle, and Wardle just toes the ball out on the far side for a throw-in. Taken quickly down the right towards Dwyer, but it's overthrown, if you like, and Dwyer frustrated on that occasion, not being able to catch up with an overplayed ball, and the ball rolls out for a goal kick to Marine. And we just need to steady the ship, I think, a little bit, Tom, now for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's just about seeing this game out, making sure we do head back to Crosby into the next round, especially going in 2-0 at the break. It would be unfortunate to take this game even to penalties if that's the case.
Yeah, no doubt the home side will come on strong as we enter the last quarter of the game. But we'll see if we can pinch a third. Freddie Price looking to do so as he advances towards the home side's box, but cut out by a defender. Connor Evans now plays wide to Josh Solomon-Davis, looks for a give and go, and into Sol Solomon. Plays square to Jordan Lussey, who does so in turn to Lucas Weir, and finds James Barrigan for his first touch on the far side. Plays forward to Lucas Weir, advancing down the base for the left. Weir looks to hold the ball up, does so well, lays it back to Barrigan. Barrigan keeping possession. Nice looking attempt at back heel by Barrigan, but cut out by the Basford defence. Who play forward but lose possession, and all the way through to Bailey Passant. Passant rolls the ball out to Josh Wardle. Wardle does well to step in and tow the ball through. And now Freddie Price can pick up on halfway. Price looks at options at Josh Solomon-Davis bursting forward from right back, but Price holds the ball up well. Into the world, Sol Solomon. Solomon looks to play behind the Basford United defence for the advancing Lucas Weir, but cut out by the home side. Charlie Doyle now picks up. Played in towards Solomon. Solomon looks to beat his man, takes the ball into the box on the right-hand side, at a cute angle. Ball deflects off a Basford United man and up onto the hand, I think, of Sol Solomon as it ricocheted. I think indeed free kick has been given to the home side. But the game just starting to open up a little bit there on the edge of the Basford box for us, Tom.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Freddie Price had a lot of space to pick out Josh Solomon-Davis, who's making a great run in behind. Decided to go against it. Not too sure the fullback will forgive him for that one.
Yeah, Price arrives at the club as a winger come striker, but just looks to be finding gaps in there, just in the right-hand channel. In midfield, certainly had plenty of space to turn and pick a pass moments ago. As the Mariners look to thwart Basford's attacks and take the game back towards the home side. Ball has drifted out now on the far side. Level with our commentary position for a throw-in, which Josh Wardle will send forward on the Marine left. Does so aerially now towards Sol Solomon, as well to win a flick on towards Freddie Price. But Dwyer now picks it up for the home side. Plays the ball off the retreating Jordan Lussey and out for a throw into Basford. Just level with the Marine penalty area on that far side, the Basford right. It is Basford United 1, Marine 2 in this FA Trophy first round tie. Basford launch a throw in towards the Marine box, headed out well initially by Lucas Weir and flicked away by Freddie Price, but only as far as Ben Starkey. Tries a left-footed volley. Well blocked by the Marine defence, and Jordan Lussey with a very strong challenge. Competed well there, Lussey, with Adam Chapman, the Burley Basford midfielder. Good battle in there this afternoon. And the ball ricocheted off Chapman behind for a goal kick to the Mariners. Bailey Passant, ball in orange this afternoon, will clear right-footed into the Basford half. Well headed away by Captain Roma for the home side. And the Mariners once again fall foul of Basford's offside trap. And that was Colin Evans on that occasion. A free kick to the home side.
It's been the story of Colin Evans' time since joining Marine. Not getting too much service up there, sorry. Want to feed off scraps, but he's still working hard for his team, trying to get them over the line here.
Absolutely, as we head into the last quarter of an hour or so of this tie. Ball play forward by Basford, but on that occasion, frontman Greg Smith judge was used his excessive frame unfairly. Referee finding one of the first times this afternoon in Josh Wardle's favour. Wardle having been booked earlier for persistent infringement. Mariners send the ball now into Basford's half, headed away by Stern Irvin, and out for throw-in on the Mariners' left on that far side. Ball in James Barragan's hand. Barragan having come in 10 minutes or so ago for Sean Smith at left back. Barragan throws forward down the left towards Sol Solomon and Colin Evans. Evans just beaten in the air, but the ball out again for a throw-in to Marine. On that far side, the Marine left. Barragan once again has ball in hand. Looks inside for Lucas Weir. He loses out in the challenge, but ball back to Barragan. Lussey now unable to gather possession. But the ball ricochets off the Basford man just into the Marine dugout, and it's out for a throw-in to ourselves on that left-hand touchline. Greg Smith trying to return the ball to James Barragan, encouraging him to get on with the game. Referee Brown won't be having any of that, and that's a word with Smith. Smith trying to take the law into his own hands there.
I think just under 15 minutes to go. I think Marine will be taking every opportunity to halt this game as we approach the 90th minute. So I don't think they'll minus too much.
Yeah. Barragan passes the ball on to Jordan Lussey, and Lussey will restart with a throw-in just in front of the Marine dugout. Launches the ball long down the left-hand touchline. The referee, I think, has seen a push in the back there as Sol Solomon, I think it was. Lucas Weir, in fact, was nudged off the ball by a Basford defender. Looked to be hands in Weir's back. And indeed, referee Brown has given us a free kick. Looks to be a couple of yards inside from that far left-hand touchline. And a good chance for Freddie Price to whip the ball in right-footed, just level with the edge of the Basford box.
Well, you can see Basford have got four or five players up at the other end of the pitch. You can see where their intent is.
Yeah, Basford only leaving 4 or 5 players back to defend this free kick, which comes in, headed away or up in the air by Chapman. Headed on as far as Lucas Weir looks to pinch possession. But a good challenge once again by Chapman to clear the home side lines. As they look to play forward down their right. The ball rolls out of play, misplaced pass there. Interesting tactics though, Tom. They did leave only 4 or 5 players back there, Basford, with the same number on halfway for a potential counter-attack.
It's quite surprising considering it's only the 78th minute. Yeah, fair enough, it was more towards the 90th minute mark, but still time in this game for either side to get a goal.
Yeah, slightly unusual tactics, but I suppose understandable given the importance to both sides of getting through this round, both financially in terms of possible future progression in the competition, with Conference North clubs to come in the next round and National League clubs in the third round. It remains the Mariners ahead by 2-1 as we look to secure our place in Monday's draw. Ball ricochets out on that far touchline once again from Marine throwing. So the disappointment of the Basford bench, just in front of the dugout. Josh Wardle has it in hand and will look to go long from the throw-in. Does so in towards Connor Evans. Nice header back towards Sol Solomon. Solomon looks to release Josh Solomon Davis down this right, but just overplayed in terms of the weight of pass. Solomon Davis looks to retain possession. Neat turn by Solomon Davis into the Basford box. Looks to fire low across the box, but blocked by Basford and hooked clear. Header on halfway by Charlie Doyle for the Mariners. Forward to Freddie Price. Nice touch by Price towards Jordan Lussey. And Lussey, adjudged to have caught a Basford man there in the challenge. A free kick quickly taken by the home side. Forward towards Greg Smith, but over the front man's head. Well shepherded by Johnny Spittle, I think it was on that occasion. And the ball through to Bailey Passons, who will take every second possible before collecting this ball in gloves and clearing forward.
He's done a lot of the dirty work today, Charlie Doyle. Last couple of games have seen him in a bit more of an advanced role, but he's been back helping his defence out to date with some vital headers and tackles. Certainly one of the manager's favourites, you can see why.
Yeah, been excellent since his arrival in the summer, Charlie Doyle, for the Mariners. As we look to advance now, Solomon strides forward down the left, plays inside to Freddie Price, right-footed shot, but well blocked at source by Dominic Roma. Ball falls to Jordan Lussey, a good 35 or so yards out. Wildly ambitious attempt from the Marine midfield man. And though it was well struck, it sailed comfortably over Kieran Preston's bar away to our right for a goal kick. Preston sends the ball long from the goal kick into the Marine half. Wardle not able to head clear, but well tidied up once again by that man Charlie Doyle. Covering his skipper's back there. And Wardle, Doyle, able to clear towards the far side for a Basford throw. 15 yards from the byline on that far right-hand side. Looks like Adam Chapman will try and launch this long, potentially, into the heart of the Marine area. And he does so now, Chapman. Looks for a flick on from Greg Smith, but Barragan defends well. He's able to play this one long towards halfway for Solomon to chase. So Solomon putting the defender under pressure. Put Josh Barnes under pressure there. Looked to have got ahead of his man halfway inside the Basford half. And looked to be tugged back by Barnes. Solomon fell by the challenge. Be interesting to see once again. Possibly just a yellow on this occasion, Tom. There was still quite a way for Solomon to travel with the ball. But great to see us counter quickly on the break there as Basford look to push forward.
I think I'd be surprised to see anything other than yellow card here, especially on the flip side of the first half when Solomon Davis with the handball stopping the attack. Just the yellow for him, so it'll be just the yellow for Josh Barnes.
Yep, and Barnes enters referee Brown's notebook. A free kick to Marine. Midway again inside the Basford half. And they're just taking their time over this one as Josh Solomon looks to be down with a little bit of a cramp issue, perhaps 10 yards inside their own half. Just receiving treatment from the Marine physio. Referee Brown trots over.
We've already had one fullback having to make way in this second half. We've already got Joe Ferguson out injured. You'd be hoping Solomon Davis will be all right here.
Yeah, Solomon Davis, particularly in the second half, had a positive impact on the game for the Mariners. Look to get forward at every opportunity down that right and take advantage of Basford's propensity to push forward and increase in numbers as the game heads into the last 10 minutes or so. Solomon Davis still down at the minute, but now just helped back to his feet, holding his left hamstring. Let's hope that's not too serious a problem. Looks to be moving reasonably freely, Solomon Davis, but being encouraged to leave the pitch and then come back on by referee Brown.
Fortunate to have the versatile Luke Clark on the bench. Solomon Davis wasn't able to carry on here, but I think he will give it a go.
Yeah, substitutes Connor Evans and James Barragan already used by Manjin Neil Young. Has the option of Luke Clark, Alex Doyle, Mo Torre coming back from injury on the bench today. and also subkeeper Germano Mendes. But I think Solomon Davis will be okay to continue. He'll just have to wait to make his re-entrance until this free kick has been taken by Freddie Price. Looks to whip this one in from the Basford right-footed Price. Been sending Evans Spittle forward on this occasion. Wardle sensibly hanging back for this free kick. So Solomon also up there for the Mariners. Lucas Weir. Price now sends it into the box towards Connor Evans, but beaten by his man in the air. And Basford able to scramble clear. Ball played off Solomon for a throw-in on that far side level with the edge of the Basford box. Game's certainly becoming much more open now. Basford throwing men forward in increasing numbers, which may allow the Mariners just to get a firmer grip in terms of possession. Solomon Davis has the ball now. Plays forward to Evans, lays it back to Lussey, swept out to the far side. Where Solomon, in fact, in acres of space, steps inside, now tries a right-footed low shot, but that's rather tamely straight at Kieran Preston, who launches clear deep into the Marine half. Josh Wardle's under that one and heads out on the far side for a Basford throw, level with the edge of the Marine area. As we enter the last 10 minutes or so, it is still, in fact, a bit less than that to go. 6 or 7 minutes remaining, plus whatever referee Brown decides to add on. It's still Basford United 1, Marine 2. Basford and the Mariners, in fact, looking to make their final change of the afternoon. The third substitution.
I think Solomon Davis.
And it is, yeah, as you say, Solomon Davis not fully recovering from that possible earlier pull a few moments ago, just holding his left hamstring as he received treatment.
What surprises me the most is that it looks to be Alex Doyle, the man replacing him, not Luke Clark, who I mentioned earlier, so we'll see what happens with the system here.
Yeah, it's slightly surprising. We'll need a rejig in the Marine defence. Luke Clark, of course, capable midfielder, but was exposed slightly for his shortcomings at right back, to be fair, in last week's game against a very good left winger, Brodie Litchfield for Belper. But Alex Doyle now enters the fray in place of Solomon Davis as a long throw comes in from the Basford right towards Smith, looks to head on but beaten in the air. Ball back out to the Basford right. James Barragan looks to control well, which he does. Clears left-footed towards Solomon. Good touch inside to Freddie Price. Price looks to launch a long ball to test the Basford back line. And Connor Evans, in fact, looked to just get ahead of Stein Irvin, who was retreating there. Evans certainly had the legs on the Basford defender, but the Basford man just got his body in front, and a free kick awarded for Evans' challenge as he tried to brush past the last line of the Basford defence. Adam Chapman now replaced by Basford. And it is Corey Grantham who comes on for Basford in their last change. Again, looks to be an attacking player. Comes straight out to this left-hand side. Basford throw the kitchen sink at the Mariners in these last 5 minutes. Kieran Preston pulls a long ball forward now. All hands on deck for the Mariners as they're able to just win that first ball. Sol Solomon looks to win the second. Does well initially. Just to hold up Josh Barnes. Barnes plays forward and well cut out by James Barragan for a throw-in on the Basford right. Quickly taken into the Marine area. Back to goal for Dwyer. Challenge from behind by Alex Doyle, who's just come on, of course. Appeals from a few of the home supporters for penalty, but nothing doing at all there. And a good challenge again there by Alex Doyle. Excellent challenge by Doyle on Ben Starkey on that occasion. Starkey looked to burst into the Marine box, but Basford have the ball back. All players inside the Marine half as the ball is played forward. And Marine look to counter now. 3-on-1 almost for a minute as Lucas Weir can play the ball forward to this near side for Freddie Price, but just overhit. Not the ideal ball Price holds the ball up now. Looks to waste a few valuable seconds towards the corner flag. Takes the ball in towards the corner flag, but he's adjudged to run the ball out of play on that far side. And the ball will be back with Basford. Basford have the throw-in. Ball play forward, held up by Dwyer. Dwyer steps inside, Marine half. And looks for long ball forward out to that right to Starkey. Starkey holds the ball up well. Great challenge by James Barrigan. Long shot. It may have been from Corey Grantham, the recent substitute. First, in fact, it was Anthony Dwyer. Basford's number 10. Long range effort. Midway inside the Marine half, but ball bounced in front of Bailey Passant, but able to collect reasonably comfortably. Tom.
Super challenge in there, wasn't it, by James Barrigan? He's rallied up those Marine fans behind the opposite goal.
Another good challenge on the far side by Barrigan, but Basford play it into the Marine half. Josh Ruddle looks to clear, only as far as Josh Barnes, who plays the ball into the far side, the far back post even, as Greg Smith looked to challenge with Bailey Passant. Ball sailing over both Smith's head and Passant's gloves, and dropping behind for a goal kick. Bailey Passant possibly just being caught there by Greg Smith, the Marine keeper certainly taking his opportunity as we're about to enter added time, just to take the sting out of proceedings. Basford launching every ball forward at every opportunity. They've got 6 or 7 men forward in attack now, and just playing the ball long.
Done well there, haven't they, Marine? They've survived multiple attacks, not only in the first half, but in these last few minutes in the second. A lot of balls into the box and great challenges in there. Keep us at 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, special mention to Josh Wardle once again, won a number of vital headers in this second half. He and his colleague Johnny Spittle, Charlie Doyle, of course, helping out in there as well. James Barrigan doing well since he's come on, just to maintain this 2-1 lead to the Mariners. As we are now in added time, not seeing the ball go up. One would imagine it will probably be 4 minutes, if not 5, to be added. Kieran Preston clears for Basford to halfway. Played forward by Barnes, only as far as substitute Alex Doyle. Doyle heads the ball forward, and although it did look like handball by Basford, referees adjudged that there was a nudge in Barnes' back, causing him to handle the ball, and it'll be a free kick to Basford 5 yards inside the Marine half. And once again, Tom, another chance. In fact, it'll be goalkeeper Preston to come forward and play the ball forward. Tries to play it quickly down the Basford right, but referee Brown's having none of it.
Not too sure
as he was still speaking to Sol Solomon for the challenge, and has delayed the free kick. And Preston will have to try again, and I'm sure he'll launch this one in towards the Marine box this time. Does so now towards the likes of Smith and McGowan. The ball flicks off the head of is it Charlie Doyle once again? In fact, Charlie Doyle challenged with Smith, but the ball drifted out a couple of yards wide of Bailey Passant's left-hand post, and behind for a goal kick, but well defended, has to be said, Tom, once again by Charlie Doyle there, tracking his man back all the way.
Just marshalled him out of play and made sure the attacker got no contact on the ball. Yeah, he's been outstanding once again for Marine, and look to help us get over the line here in Nottingham.
Yep, certainly up there alongside Wardle for man of the match this afternoon, I would think, Tom. Charlie Doyle.
Absolutely, yeah.
A couple of minutes to play now in added time as we lead 2-1 here at Basford. Jordan Lussey looks to clear for us down the right and does so well. Gives Connor Evans a ball to chase in the foot race with Kieran Preston. Basford keeper comes out, tries to clear, but adjudged rather softly to being caught by Connor Evans there. But the ball is deep in the Basford half, in the left back slot, and Preston will have to clear. Basford sending pretty much everyone forward now, certainly nine of their 10 attacking players lining up, waiting to attack this free kick midway inside the Marine half. Smith wins the flick on. Barrigan tries to head away with Wardle, but the ball forced to Basford, blocked by Johnny Spittle amid one or two claims for handball, which are frankly nonsensical. Ball striking Spittle on the hip, and we were able to clear on that far side for a Basford throw on their right. This game enters the 94th minute. Basford looking to find this equaliser. Ball clipped into the box, headed away initially by Lucas Weir, volleyed back in. It was by Anthony Dwyer, but Bailey Passant was well positioned and learned to turn that one over, palm that one over the bar for a corner. But in these closing stages, we are just looking to hang on now, the Mariners. It's Basford United 1, Marine 2. Basford have a corner on the far side. Their right will be swung in left-footed. Everyone forward now, including keeper Kieran Preston. Ball comes in, Passant as well to double fist clear. Initially, Basford will recycle and try to clip this one back into the box through Stark. He does so. Passant comes a long way out, doesn't get all of the ball, but falls to Smith. Smith volleys back in and off the crossbar. Beat Passant, but not the bar. Dwyer strikes the ball in, and it's amid vociferous claims this time for a handball in the Marine area. Dwyer looked to have sent that goalwards. It certainly struck a Marine man, Tom, but...
I'm more concerned about the two players who've got a clear head injury that the referee is not paying any attention to. Wardle's been on the ground for a good minute now.
Yep, as the ball was clipped in initially, there looked to be a clash of heads before the ball dropped to Smith, who, as I say, volleyed the ball back goalwards. It struck the bar, fell back to Dwyer. Dwyer fired towards that far post, and claims for handball in the Marine defence. Vociferous claims from the Basford players, certainly, but referee Brown unmoved. And it remains Basford United 1, Marine 2. As we're hanging on slightly here. It is all hands to the pump. Basford looking for this equaliser. Referee Brown, as James Barrigan, I think it is, down for the Mariners, receiving treatment. In fact, it's Alex Doyle, substitute Alex Doyle, who's not long been on the pitch. Josh Wardle also in the wars. And the referee, following those claims for handball, has now booked Anthony Dwyer for his protestations. Meanwhile, Kieran Preston, the Basford keeper, still up in the Marine box. A throw-in will be taken by Basford on the far side. They have everyone inside the Marine area. Marine, of course, every man back inside our box defending. In fact, the ball has gone out for a corner on the Basford right. Referee just sorting out a few players. Having a slight coming together. Once play restarts, we're now in the 97th minute of the game, according to the scoreboard away to my left. It will be Basford with possibly one of their final opportunities, if not the last opportunity of the game, from this corner, from their right-hand side. As I say, keeper Preston up. Everyone else inside, every other player inside the Marine box away to our left. This corner will be swung in left-footed, I think by Josh Barnes. Basford left back, referee Brown still trying to sort out a bit of a melee inside the Marine 6-yard box. Bailey Passant, that happened with a bit of pushing and shoving. Players in front of him trying to block his access to this corner. But play looks set to restart now, and the corner will come in from the Basford right. Swung in left-footed now. Towards McGowan. McGowan flicks on, but the ball drifts well wide of the left-hand post, and that is indeed the final action of the game. The Mariners progress 2-1 here at Basford. Basford United 1, Marine 2. And we are through to the second round of this season's Isuzu FA Trophy following our win here in Nottingham this afternoon. Thanks to Freddie Price's 19th minute goal, followed by Hayden Campbell's vital second half goal as it transpired shortly before half time. Excellent header from Price to put the Mariners ahead from Campbell's cross. And an excellent second just before the break, as I say, from Hayden Campbell, finishing instinctively right-footed low to Kieran Preston's right to double our advantage at half time. Basford, of course, came back into it in the second half after substitutions. Veteran striker Greg Smith reduced their arrears with a low right-footed instinctive shot, which found Bailey Passant flat-footed of the home side's arrears, and it really was the kitchen sink thrown at the Mariners by Basford in the closing stages of the game. But it is indeed the Mariners who prevail by 2-1, and a great defensive performance certainly in that second half, Tom, for us to protect our lead and see us through to the next round.
Yeah, I thought we had a crazy finish a few games ago at Staley Bridge, but that was brilliant at the end from Marine. Bailey passing, credit to him, making a great save at the end, and brilliant from Wardle, Spittle, all of them played their part today. And it's a great win in the end, and I'm sure the manager Neil Young will be delighted with his side.
An excellent win here for the Mariners in Nottinghamshire. A tricky tie against a side from a similar level, but we have squeezed through to the second round. We are in Monday's draw for that second round of the FA Trophy. Do, of course, pay attention to our website and our various social media channels for details of that draw. But for now, thanks to you all for joining us this afternoon. It is Basford United 1, Marine 2, and we will see you all for our next game when we return to league action on Tuesday evening at the MTA.